And this is about Sikhs being upset with separatists. Indian Sikhs are reportedly extremely unhappy. And what sources have told us is that the Khalistani issue is being blown out of proportion. And we're going to Gurudwaras to bow before terrorists. That's the question that's being raised. Sikh groups are also under the perspective that they are losing respect and love from across the world due to this radical approach which is being conducted by extremists. Sikh groups also feel that they are known for hospitality and charity, but that is being overshadowed by the violence that we're seeing. They are minorities in different parts of the world like the UK, the USA, Germany, France and Canada, and they're also integrated in many societies. We'll tell you more about what intel sources have said about this particular angle where Sikhs are unhappy with separatist groups. Let's take a look at that info as well. Essentially, they feel like they are losing respect. They feel that the issue has been blown out of proportion as well. This is what we're learning about from when it comes to the Sikhs being unhappy with separatist groups. And this is what intel sources have told CNN News 18. Let's also take a look at the fact that they feel that the issue is being massively blown out of proportion. But remember, when it comes to the protests that we're seeing in Canada, the protests that took place in Vancouver only had about 20 to 25 Sikhs. Now, what's also been said is that leadership has been taken by people involved in abuse. That's a big statement that's also coming in, that separatists have no association with the Guru Granth Sahib. This is a very clear line that they're trying to draw when it comes to Sikhs who are very unhappy with extremist action. They've also said that they've never seen separatist groups reciting from the Guru Granth Sahib. Again, a very important distinction that they're trying to draw when it comes to putting out a perspective of us versus them. Sikhs are ashamed with the disrespect of the Tiranga. Yesterday, overnight, that protest that took place in Vancouver, they had actually disrespected the Tiranga and also the Prime Minister, a cardboard cutout of him. Now, separatist groups are also creating negative images of Sikhs with the extremism that they're constantly propagating, and especially that we've been seeing in Canada over the last few weeks. To get us more on this, we're crossing over to CNN News 18's Abhishek Jha. Abhishek, so the fact that Sikhs are very unhappy with the kind of extremism that we've been seeing, especially when we draw attention to the protests that took place last night, this is a pretty interesting fact that they're also trying to draw that very important distinction between us and them, also pushing them away and saying that they are not even connected to the Guru Granth Sahib.
Of course, see the entire controversy that has been going around this Khalistani movement has actually damaged the image of Sikhs around the world, which they are not, they are not expecting, because a large population of Sikhs, about 7 to 8 lakh Sikhs live in Canada, and they have not supported these Khalistani elements. We have seen now, and it is coming to the fore with gradually, that the entire Sikh the Khalistani movement in Canada is being set up by an organized crime. Gang members are involved, violent groups are involved for their own vested interests, and money laundering and drug cartels is also involved. This is entirely away from what the preachings or what the teachings of Sikhs religion have been. The religion has been a religion of peace, cooperation, supporting the needy. We have seen Sikhs reaching out to the most poverty-stricken and conflict-ridden state in the world, and then trying to extend help and cooperation and food to the people in need. So that is the kind of Sikh religion that the Sikh groups wants to see and wants the world to understand. Not the violent group that is agitating against any country, the violent agenda that is being propagated by certain fringe groups for their own vested interests, funded and funneled by some foreign countries and their agents. And this has kind of upset them. This has the resentment among the larger Sikh community as to why these Khalistani extremists are being labeled as Sikhs, because that kind of dents the image of entire Sikh population living in Canada, the Sikh population living in other parts of the world also, because the latest controversy, entire world is now understanding the fact that there's a movement called Khalistani, which is a secessionist movement, and some of the Sikhs are also involved. So this is where the Sikh population and the Sikh leaders have started calling that the Khalistani group is not related to the Sikh population or the larger Sikh community living in Canada. There are fringe elements, there are some violent groups or some individuals which do not practice, which do not follow the preachings of Sikhs. So leave aside the calling for a nation or Khalistan or anything. They are not even the practicing Sikhs, and they should not be connected with the Sikh community, which is living peacefully trying to cooperate, collaborate, and contribute in the active development of the Canadian society and in the Canada or in other parts of the world as well.
Absolutely, especially because there are many terror cases in Punjab which have been connected to extremists located in Canada. Abhishek, do stay with us because there's more breaking news.